Hey everybody, Shelf Dive here. Today we're going to be looking at the new Ghostbusters Plasma Pack. It's a pack of 4 3 3/4 inch figures based on the 1984 film Ghostbusters from Hasbro, and it's meant to accompany their re-release of this 3 3/4 inch scale Ecto vehicle that they've also got coming out. These are O-Ring figures, which means that they are held together in the center by rubber bands, which is how a lot of figures used to be, 3 3/4 inch figures used to be, like G.I. Joes in the 1980s. It's a really interesting technique. I don't always prefer it, but for something like this, it's like a throwback pack, as you can tell by this packaging. I think it's kind of a cool idea. So yeah, let's take a closer look. I really love this packaging. It's sort of reminiscent of a classic VHS. You have an option to open up the window or not. It's really fun and displays the figures really well. I'm going to take them out, of course. Here we are. We got the Ghostbusters out of the packaging. You got Ray, Peter, Winston, Egon, everybody, and they got their proton packs and their accompanying accessories, which is a really fun touch. I love how these figures look. They got the color of the suits down right, and the little deco details are just stylized enough to, honestly, I think it works. Same with the face sculpts. I think the face sculpts are just stylized enough to where they have that sort of classic charm to them. I really like them. The height on these figures is good as well. They fit into the car, which is important, but we'll go over that in a second. So yeah, I was fooling around with Peter Venkman right out of the box, just testing out the joints. They were pretty comfortable, pretty smooth, no big issues there. This being an O-Ring figure, having a rubber band in it, the legs have a little bit of an extra bounce to them and a little bit of extra give, which is really helpful actually for getting into vehicles or any tight spaces or certain poses. It's just extra comfort. So when you pop this off right out of the box, you got to tab in the edge of the hose like that, right? And then you have to take the wand and pop it into the side. There's another tab up at the top. Just tabs right in like that and comfortably slides in on the back like that. It's really easy. So we're gonna test out articulation with Winston. So the arms move up like that. They can spin around like that. That's what the elbow joints will do. All right. Have a little bit of a swivel on the wrist like that. The head has a hard time moving all the way around. You gotta push it in a little bit, but it'll eventually work. Now the torso has a little bit of a stretch to it thanks to the rubber bands. The legs go up that much that way, that much that way. Of course you're going to be pulling on the rubber bands by doing this, but you can see it in there. That's what the knees will go down about like that. You can swivel the boots just like that. And yeah. So now we're going to try out these figures and their proton pack with the accompanying Ecto and Gurney accessory that came with it. So getting these proton packs on there, I will not lie, was a massive challenge. They've got these little tabs on the bottom. It was quite a struggle to get everything on there. They fell off a bunch of times. I kept going and I kept trying, and eventually I got there. Now there's a little door at the back of the Ecto 1. You can pop that open and put these right in. I had to fiddle around with it a couple of times, flipping them over. They don't quite fit. I don't know if they fit as intended. It was quite a struggle. Pretty much every time I put one in there, something would fall off or pop off. It's not a big deal, but so yeah, they scale really well with the car. We're gonna fool around and try and get Peter in the driver's seat here. Had to push him back and forth a couple times. He looks pretty good. Now we got Egon in the passenger seat right here. Yep, he looks good. From the front window, they look pretty good, I think. Now we can try and get Winston up in the back seat here. He's a little cramped, but I think it looks all right. So this is the Hasbro Ghostbusters Plasma Pack 3 3/4 inch 4-pack. I'm very pleased with this set. I had a really fun time playing with it, and it's a really great companion piece to my Ecto 1 vehicle. I've been waiting for a complete, affordable Ecto 1 and Ghostbusters set from Hasbro for a long time, like since they got the license, which was what, in like 2020 or something like that. So I'm finally glad it happened, even though they abandoned the Plasma series. I'm happy we still got some sort of continuation of it, even if it's in smaller scale. I kind of like smaller scale. It's more charming and nostalgic. So I'm very happy with this set. Very good take on a classic O-Ring body. Fits into the vehicle pretty alright. No major issues, but you will have to fool around with it a little bit. But yeah, I recommend this for a price of $45 and 4 high quality O-Ring figures. I think that's a really good deal. I feel like someone like Super 7 would charge like 20 bucks a piece for these, so coming from Hasbro, this is kind of nice. And especially with something like Ghostbusters that doesn't get a lot of love as much anymore, I'm really happy with these. So I recommend these. I don't think they're exclusive to Hasbro Pulse because I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store, but they might be fan channel exclusive. I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you so much for checking out my review. I really hope you liked it. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video.